They say drunk or sober, mind your business. And that means that we got to focus on what's next for Trinbago's Soca Warriors when it comes to football on the field of play. The Gold Cup qualifiers are on the horizon. We dig deep into what are the chances of our football team with none other than the professor himself, Ron Laforet. He's here. This is the Ascension Football Show.
Our crowd, our people like exciting footballers, and we have a whole lot of them right here.
Today we'll be doing welcome show.
Many young men would have gotten scholarships and they disappear.
Kicked out of the World Cup journey to Qatar, Trinbago no longer part of that road to World Cup 2022. However, our focus now has to be on making sure our team is represented at the CONCACAF Gold Cup. It's a tournament that we've always been part of. We have a rich history in, and we now face a qualifier against Montserrat in a few weeks' time. To look back at what this national team has done under Coach Terry Fenwick and looking ahead to our possibilities and what we can achieve where CONCACAF Gold Cup qualification is concerned, we have none other than the professor himself, Ron Laforet.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm here.
How are you, sir?
Good.
So, Uncle Ron, when you look back, I think with every World Cup journey that ends abruptly, I know, especially for former players like yourself, coaches, it hurts. It hurts in a different type of way than just me as an ordinary fan. I think it hurts differently. You could not have been pleased with what you saw from our national team in that World Cup qualification.
Certainly. You mentioned hurt and hurting, you know. The whole country right now is hurting. All right? People like us who've been there, done that, you know, we bleeding with pain, you know. So all we can do now at this point in time that we can just hope and pray that, you know, the good Lord come upon us where we could turn things around so that we could, you know, put some good things going forward where we could look to go on into the Gold Cup, you know.
Look back with me in some detail because, every coach would do things differently, set up their teams differently. But I looked and I'm that game against Bahamas is probably the game that really I think affected us all because that game against Bahamas, 9 out of 10 times, we would have won that game with our eyes closed. We could have the Trinbago team could have put our B team, our C team out there, and we should have won that game. What happened in that game, as far as you're concerned? Why we didn't finish that game off? Why we didn't finish Bahamas off?
I don't know. You see, what I look at the mentality of the players. Right. If you notice the game against the Bahamas, you know, when I look at the players, the body language and stuff like that, it look like they take the Bahamas for granted, you know, which is not supposed to be, you know. I believe as players, you know, if this is your job, football is your job, no matter who you play, you ought to go with one mentality, you know, you play to win. But against the Bahamas, we didn't see that from the players at all.
And then you compare the game against St. Kitts. I almost got angry in that game watching that game against St. Kitts because the team looked a little more composed. You saw a little more, you know, a little more energy from the players, a little more strategy you saw in the game. What happened between those two games?
You saw two different games. Yeah? I'll tell you what also. You saw the game against Bahamas. You saw the body language of the players. You know, when I look at the Joven Jones and them body language, it's just ordinary, the body language.
Yeah.
You know?
Against Bahamas.
Against Bahamas. And when you look the game against St. Kitts,
Yeah.
you saw a different body language into that game also, you know?
But coach, I don't understand that because that game against Bahamas was the important game. That was the must-win game.
Mm-hmm.
As players, they should have been ready, eager, wanting to give their all in that game. You're saying that they weren't ready.
Apparently, I don't know if they was motivated or not, you know,
Yeah.
against the Bahamas, you know. The Bahamas game, it looked like we already win the game, you know. the game against St. Kitts, they said, we don't really win this game. Now we have to go and win the game.
Yeah.
So you saw two different games.
Complacency against
I
Bahamas.
think so. That stepped in the last game.
Yeah.
You know?
Your thoughts on the composition of this current team? You're happy with who you're seeing? I know you're a man on the ground. You know some of our players locally here, especially. You're happy with the composition of this?
No. I'm not happy at all because the selections of players that Mr. Frederick have playing for him right now. I was telling someone, you know, I look at police play, I look at the army play, and I look at the Holcutter play. And I saw some international footballers in those teams that could represent Trinidad and Tobago. And there's just 3 teams in the country. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Call 3 names for me that you think that could make an impact, especially as we're looking ahead to the Gold Cup, that you think can make an impact.
We have a footballer called Tyrone Charles. You know, this young man reminds me so much of me in terms of playing. You know, Tyrone Charles is the type of player, you know, when he gets ball, he don't care about the opposition. You know, you're not seeing that from the modern day players as per se. You know, it have the one they call ball press also. You know, same like Holcutter team here. You know, that's one of the best playmakers that I see for the last decade in Trinidad and Tobago football. You follow me? And then they have this guy playing for police. What's his name? What's his name? There's a striker playing for police. I don't have his name right now. But when I look at him, you look at a good post-up footballer whereby, you know, midfielders can play off him. You know, so 3 of these type of players, I think that, you know, is missing from our national team. You know, but as mentioned, you know, each coach have their philosophy and have the players and who they want to play for them and whatnot. You know, when I look at Terry Fenwick, you know, he don't seem to like skilled players. You know, and that kind of bothers me.
Because I was going to talk about philosophy because I mean each coach would go in. We have not developed a philosophy or a style of play here in Trinidad and Tobago. I think it has shifted, you know, from coach to coach and that kind of thing. And Terry, over the years, we have seen his style of play. Does it suit who we are as a national team?
There's an old saying in life, you don't know what you don't know, right? You don't know what you don't know, right? Terry Frederick, his whole lifestyle, he was a defensive type player, right? Nowhere he will like a skilled player. You follow me? That will affect him. You follow me? Our style, our brand of football is based on skills and flair and style. You know, even notice the game last night. You saw part of that inside our game, skill, style, and flair. You follow me? So you find like the coach, for some reason, he don't like skilled players, and that will affect Trinidad and Tobago football. Because even before my time, during my time, it was always skilled footballers. There's always footballers that entertain people. You follow what I'm saying? But you're not seeing that right now with Terry Fenwick at the end.
Would you persist with Terry if you were given the opportunity to give him an opportunity to at least take us all the way?
No way, you can't persist with him because he taken away us. Us is skill, style, and flair. He taken away that from us. So how you can persist with him? You know, no. I don't think he ready for our style of football.
Yeah, but the Gold Cup is really just around the corner. And I mean, would you if they said, look, Ronla, take over this team, 2-3 weeks to go, a bit hard for a team to get ready.
You know that's my dream, or
yeah.
you know
you're up for the job.
But I don't understand you. My hat in the ring since Terry Fenwick and them in the COVID time.
Yeah.
Because I know what I could bring.
Yeah.
What I can bring, Terry Fenwick can't bring. Right? I could bring exactly what I tell you about. Bring the skill part of the game back for the supporters and them. You follow me? Like I tell you, all right. The Tyrone Charles boy who just play for La Holcutter, right? You give Tyrone Charles the football. Tyrone Charles will have people falling all on the ground. You will have
all them beach footballers.
Yes, you will have all them supporters laughing and smiling and stuff like that. Right? We have more Tyrone Charles here too. Right? Find them and bring them forward. You understand what I'm saying? So me, honestly speaking, I want to beat my drum and dance it, you know. I want to beat my drum and dance it. I could bring back Trinidad and Tobago football the way it used to be. You follow me? Because you know what I like. I like skill, flair, style. Right? I can bring it back, and it have players in these different divisions that I see in Trinidad and Tobago football. They have them right here, but just to bring them back for us.
And your heart is in the ring. You are interested in doing this job.
I'm ready to see like a national team right now, as I tell you. Even though you come in La Holcutter here, I saw about 6-7 national players inside here. You're going to the police. I said, I say, but this is national material inside here. I gone by the army, same thing, you know. And then of course you had like the W connection. You pick one or two of them, but I don't know what took place with the Lahore Qatar team and whatnot and whatnot. But I think Lahore Qatar, they have about 6 players to represent Trinidad and Tobago with the eyes closed. Yeah.
I mean, how difficult would it have been for Terry? I mean, everybody right now is coming down on Terry Fenwick. There are two schools of thought. How difficult would it have been for him to, in the middle of a pandemic, to get a team together, work with a team, and get a team ready for international competition?
But he had it the easiest. It's the easiest I see any coach had. One, all right, pandemic, COVID, you have the police barracks to train. Two, only the national team allowed to train, so he could select anybody that he wants to come and train with him. You follow me? So he had it the easiest, but he messed it up. You follow me? What you doing here, you have a lot of school boys, you have a little boys that you bring to train, and then all of a sudden, you find, they're ready, and then you start to bring overseas players. You know, it wouldn't work that way. Cannot work that way.
Would you look at a full local-based team at this point in time?
I personally, as I tell you, I will come to the Lahore Qatar boss, the chief who in charge, I will ask him, please, you know, allow us to have your players. As I said, the police team, lovely players inside there, the army team, and then I can form, even them 3 teams.
You're not looking outside at all right now.
You don't want to look outside. Them 3 teams that in existence, in training right now, you could form a fixed national team with them 3 teams that I just called.
Yeah, but you're bringing a Joven Jones.
No. Even Joven Jones right now, I don't know if my brothers, you know, something wrong with Joven Jones. Joven Jones' body language is not saying that he want to play football. Like, even notice the game that he plays. Joven Jones is a passer right now. Passer. Joven Jones was never no passer. Joven Jones was one of the best attacking left side footballers that we had, even before the Garcia boy came in. You know, but when I look at Joven Jones playing right now, something bothering Joven Jones. You know, something is not right. I don't know if he's missing his colleague Molino or whatnot, because you know footballers play with partners, right? When I used to play, I used to have a partner to play with. But once Joven Jones in the field, Joven Jones looking flat out, just ordinary right now. You know, so I wouldn't bring Joven Jones right now as we speak. But what I'm saying, after you form your nucleus from here, then you select the 1 or 2 to come and join them inside of here.
What should be the fans expecting? Should they get their expectations up with regards to the Gold Cup? I think at this stage, when especially now looking at what our national team is doing on the field of play, it almost seems difficult to rally behind our national team, because as I said, there are no players exciting the fans as the years gone by. What can we expect, you think, from the Gold Cup in terms of looking ahead to that tournament?
Well, as I saw the game against.
That's if you're not in charge. If you're in charge, then that's a different thing. But if you're not in charge,
you want me in charge? Or you want me in charge? Just tell me if you want me in charge.
So if you're not in charge, what can we expect?
Right, you're not in charge. You could expect.
You not in charge. You run Lafroy, not in charge. What can we expect? What can we look forward to for the Gold Cup?
Where you get your take.
Yeah.
You can expect. If I am in charge,
if you're in charge,
what you can expect is that the philosophy of us as players, as people, as coaches, you know, the philosophy of our style of play, you could expect nice things. You could expect players going down the byline, crossing the ball. You could expect a post-up striker on top there. You could expect the midfielders coming and join him. You could expect the wing backs and them overlapping and stuff like that. The same Lahore Qatar team, right? The same boy, Russell's son.
Russell Jr.
That young man not in the national team.
Yeah.
Something wrong. Right, you can expect people like that to come and bring back the joy and Trinidad.
Yeah. So you're actually saying, even from a selection point of view, Terry Fenwick got it wrong in your view?
Yes, he got it wrong, because as I tell you, you don't know what you don't know. He's not a skilled coach. He was never no skilled player, right? So he cannot bring out his skill in the football for us. He cannot bring out the excitement. You know, our crowd, our people like exciting footballers, and we have a whole lot of them right here as we speak. You know, he can't bring that out because there's nothing. The whole career just kicking on people and whatnot. How you go train skills? You follow me? How you go like a skill man? You can't.
So coach, a defensive-minded player can't become a good coach from an attacking point of view?
It's difficult.
Difficult.
Tell me something. Ron Lafroy. My whole life,
you're beating people.
I beating people. I scoring goals. I doing the nice thing. I doing the pretty. My whole life I doing that. Yeah. God bless me. I'm the teacher right now.
Yeah.
What do you want me to teach? Not the nice things?
Yeah.
Right. Your whole life, you kicking on people. right? You're elbowing people, you're butting people. What are you going to teach? You follow me? You can't have a philosophy of doing nice things, right? Because it's not in you. You follow what I'm trying to tell you? That's what I'm telling you in the only part. You don't know what you don't know. He don't know skills, he cannot teach skills. You follow me? So as I tell you, my heart in the ring, I know skills, I like skills. I'll give my chance now.
All right, so I put in you're up for the job.
Mm-hmm.
Prove to try to be good that you need to get this job, because they would also say that goals win matches, all the fancy tricks and flicks up front, but defense win titles. Defense is what takes a team to be one of the greatest teams ever, you know.
Yeah. To me, defense is the easiest part of football.
Oh gosh.
Here
You get defenders vex run la.
Here was the easiest part of football with the defenders now. You want defenders, if the mummy pass by them on the game, they look at the leg shit down, right? You want defenders that hate strikers. You want defenders don't like embarrassment. You want defenders, know when to move the ball or when to keep the ball, right? That's the easy part of the game. But the tactical part of the game now is up here now. How do you get in the enemy territory? That's where the extra thoughts come in. You follow me?
Do we have good defenders now? You happy with the likes
Yes,
of
we have.
Bato, Aubrey David?
No. I talk about locally. I talk about locally. We have real good defenders here right now.
You're not happy with Terry Fenner's selection at all?
At all.
You would
abandon. You see half of them wouldn't be around me.
The current team now.
Yeah, it's them I'm talking about. Half of them wouldn't be around me. Because as I tell you, our game based on skill, style, and flair. Right? In the second, third. Where is that? That is nowhere to be seen. You follow me? And let me tell you something. That he alone, you know. I could go back to Bianca, you know. They're taking away the ability of us, you know. Back in the days, all right, you have Everett Cummins, DeLeon, Archibald. Skill, style, flair players. That gone. Ron LaFleur generation. Ron LaFleur, Sammy Noellen, Leroy Span. Skilled footballers. Giving the country joy. Them gone. You have Dorica. You have Marvin Fostin. You have a fellow called Harris. You hear what I'm telling you? You see the kind of material I call in there for you? This is Trinidad and Tobago. We always produce skilled, exciting footballers.
And you ain't call the magician, and you ain't call Russell. You ain't call Russell.
One of the better messages. I should call him. I'm just telling you. All right, forgive me for that.
I couldn't let him not call Russell.
Yes. That's one of the better midfielders we see our generation. You know. So my take is we will always produce that kind of material. Now, what's something? This generation right now.
And now when I ask you to call, look what you call 3 players in every generation coming on. Call 3 players.
This generation now, boy, you see the Levi Garcia boy? I was getting vexed at him. Yeah, why I was getting vexed at him. This is one of the better footballers we have. And then his brother also. Levi Garcia, right? I don't know why they're taking away the game from him. Levi Garcia, what he did against St. Kitts, you saw what he did? But when the commentator started talking about this football, first started raised. And he was going at them 100 miles per hour, 120 miles per hour, and he was doing that.
As the whistle blow.
Why couldn't he continue doing that? His brother, the brother played on the left side, and the brother was doing the same nice skills and doing the nice little things also. And the number 10, what do you call him? Muckett or something?
Doing Muckett,
You saw that combination again? Why you remove that from the field? That have to stay and bring back the entertainment to Trinidad and Tobago. That kind of skill. But as I tell you, your good friend, he wouldn't like that because he was never a skilled man and he don't like skilled footballers.
Why did you desire to coach the national team at this stage?
Well, I'm to you, boy. Let me tell you why the desire. In my times, in my generation, they said that was the pinnacle of football. In our generation. True or false?
I was a little after your generation.
So hear this. In our generation, it was so exciting. People said all about to come and see us play in our generation, right? If you have a small goal, hey, you see them. If you have a big goal, you see them.
The crowds used to come out.
Just the name, Ron LaFleur, Span, Sammy Noellen, people want to see those players, right? So in my times, we had a whole heap of exciting footballers. Where are they now? Nowhere to be found. Right. The Ron Lafrey wasn't bad. People used to pay to come and see him play also. People used to love to see him play. He wasn't bad, right? So he's still here. Ron Lafrey as a player, wonderful player to look at. Ron Lafrey as a coach now. I decided to, the God-given talent that God blessed me with, I decided to go forward with it. So I opened coaching schools and stuff like that to give back to the game, right? I did all of that. Yeah. Under 17's national team, all right? They go in Bermuda. They fire the coach. They have 3 weeks to prepare a team. They call Ron Lafrey. All right? I say, why not? All right? I'm national oriented. I go on. We have Guyana, St. Lucia, and Bermuda. They have the team, the coaches had the team for almost 2 years. Right? I draw 1-1 with the first game Bermuda, I draw 1-1 with Guyana, and I draw 1-1 with St. Lucia. But it's only one team to go forward. Right? So the host went because they win one and draw the next two. The host. All right, Ron Lafrey come back here. As the other 17s there. They abandoned the team. Right? I decided to continue my coaching. St. Anthony's College, before that, Mokwapo come and call me. Remember, Clausel and them was deep players back in the time and stuff like that, but run a long time, nothing happening in school. You know. I said, give me the people, man. Give me the team, man. I love to teach. I like to coach. I take St. Mokwapo with 3 footballers. A fellow called Jack playing stopper for me, Kerry Butties, and Cornell Glenn with the red boots. You know what I'm telling you? 3 players, I form a team around. I beat up everybody. You know what I'm telling you? With Mokwapo. Because remember, Clausel and them was the players, and them after that they get nothing. So everybody coming back to Mokwapo and whatnot and whatnot. They come and they take the team back. They gave Sellers the team in Mokwapo. I say, me, no problem. I continue my coaching. St. Anthony's call. Grovey Foot. No good. Ron Lafrey, we need to pull out here. I tell us enjoy teaching them. I go on in St. Anthony's, Kenvin Jones and them, what you name, and UNC Marshall and all of them is little fellas. So when I go on in my first session, I like a blackboard session, I like that. I said inside of here, these rules and regulations need to be amended. I say, you can't deal with it. What time school is called? 6:30, you go in your classroom if you can't deal with it here. I said, there's also a Western. You know what's a Western? Yes. In a Western, it's our one star boy. That one sheriff, and he was dead. Just started talking to the little schoolboy, man. I say, see inside here, I the star boy. So I don't know, Kenvin Jones people train another 17. And when I call my session, you're walking in late. I say, I don't want that around me at all. You know? My session is 6 o'clock. Kenvin Jones, they 5:30, call it at 6. Good example. I started training them. Now, when I train different departments. All right, the defenders, they play safe with me at all points in time. Defenders can't mess with me. You know? Safety, that's your first priority. You can play your skills and stuff like that, you know, but safety. You don't want to see you dribbling the ball and all kind of thing and use a defender on my team? No way. So I get a philosophy inside the head, you know, in the midfield now, like the preparation third. I said, let me tell you something now. I had one to call UNC Marshall, right? I had him playing just in the midfield. I say, inside of here, you will organize the football here for me. Organization, preparation inside of here. All right? You don't need much dribbling inside here, you know. Right? You need plenty of common sense. Preparation, right? You're preparing the ball going forward. And your big striker, he never say it, you know. I make Kenvin Jones a center forward. Because when I went there, we haven't played stopper, you know. I said, what? I said, no. Go on top for me. And I have Steve Silis and all of them playing off him. He scored 17 goals in that year. I scored 106 goals. I played 22 games. All right? I get 22 goals against with St. Anthony's. I beat up everybody. What do you call them? Naparima. What do you call the big schools in them? Presentation. Malik. All the big schools. I cut the tail. You couldn't beat me at all because the footballers gave me the requirements what I want. You follow me? Grovey come, if foot get back good, he take back his team. I say, Ron Lafrey, you do your thing. It's all well and good. I continue my coaching because I know I love to teach. Whatever I get my hands on, it becomes magical, right? Because footballers have to listen to me. You follow me? Like I tell you, if you're not listening to me, you can't be around me. You follow me? So I just get the footballers under the skin very early, no disrespecting one another. You will respect one another. No big boys here, nobody better than nobody here. And then we'll all have it in harmony. So I win with Mokoapo, I win with St. Anthony's. Joe Public, the ex-boss friend. Jack Warner. Jack Warner. As your friend?
I have very little friends.
Oh, you only call me.
I have very little friends.
So you're not a friend. I'm interested in you coaching Joe Public with me. You know, there's a promotion for me then. I'm going in the office, we sit down, we talk. But I had to make sure my $2 good first, you know, because I have a pension and things they get there. So I had to make sure my $2 good. I say, well, cheap, I don't mind doing this. You know? $2, $2.50, decide. So I worked with him for 2 years. Right? I think this guy came in. What the guy came in with him? Well, this coach that they had from outside, he came in and said, Coach Joe Public.
Is it Vanish?
Vanish. They moved me and then moved me. Vanish came in, you know, it's just all like different skin people now. So Vanish said a coaching team. So Jablote called me. But you name Terry Hospitales? Said, we're interested in you, you know. Because you know, remember the name ringing a bell. I go down my Jablote. You see the kind of players, boy. Natural international footballers, you know. Dale Saunders, Don Morris, what's your name? Burrows. If you see the kind of footballers I have inside him, what you name? James, they kill him. That James Wilson. James, that was my center forward for me. I beat up everybody with Jablote also. Beat up everybody. You follow me? Because what I'm good at also, I could boast with that. You see, mixing and matching footballers, boy, I have a gift for that. I can mix and match as quick as possible. You just bring them for me. I win with the Jablote.
Go ahead.
They go on again. They bring down some fellow they call Ricky Hill or something, so. And they move the Ronla go anyway. So I continue doing my coaching. But he'll call me. Said, Afro, what are you doing? I say, what going on cheap? What going on? Well, I make little joke with him and stuff like that too. I say, your head ain't good or what? There's a laughter. No? That's saying hello. No? Right? You say, I want you to come and work with me. Like 2006, eh? So from the under 17s, remember I got a chance with the under 17s, just for a couple of weeks. I gone in all my school level footballs, I gone in my club football, doing nice things, results and everything. Botel come and call me to work with him. I go on, I Botel assistants. We working. We lost against America 1-0 here. We went Guadeloupe. I think we drew 1 or something in Guadeloupe. But the first couple of points in 2006 World Cup, Botel and I received the points. Apparently Jack Warner didn't like that. So he said, Botel reaches pinnacle. All right, so he decided to get rid of Botel and bring in Benaka. They moved Botel, they moved me. I never get a chance with the national team again. That was unfair to me. If you move Botel, it's only obvious you give the assistant a chance, which was me. My name calling, I doing nice things, again results and stuff like that. You follow me? So since they moved Botel 2006, I never get a chance with the national team again. Right? Apparently, like when you go away, it's easier for the guy to get a job in Trinidad, right? John Williams, Dennis Lawrence, good fella. My partner, my personal friend, and whatnot. You bring Dennis Lawrence from England and give him the national team jersey. I can't remember Dennis Lawrence paying no dues, coaching nobody before that. You follow me? Again, you bypass me, right? Because remember, all of them was under me. You bypass me and give them national team. You bring the lower national teams, you give Stone John job, you give Kevin Jones job, all of them pass under me. You follow me? All because they play in England. But my take is, when you're giving Ron Lafayette a chance to bring back the joy in Trinidad and Tobago football, none of them looking at that. You follow me? Tim Key, all of them come. No, foreigner is the best. Foreigner is the best. I telling you here on this show today, Ronald Michael Moses LaForest, the professor, I could bring back Trinidad and Tobago football how it used to be. With the discipline, with the strategy, with the skills, the flair, I can do that right now as we speak. So that's why I'm telling you, my heart in the ring, I need a chance. All what I do for Trinidad and Tobago football, yes, I was good as a player. Yes, I certified also too. Yes, I could get the football back on track.
You are not tested at the international level. How do you respond to that?
No, I'm not tested because I didn't get a chance. It's like a boxer. If me get a chance to fight you, how you going to know if I tested or not? But if I get a chance, they test me because I've been tested locally and I've been doing fine. Give me a chance to be tested international too.
Ready for the job?
If I'm ready for the job, what time you want me to come and sign with the officer? I'm ready to do this because you see what he's doing there? That is not with football. That's beyond our football. That is not us. That is unskilled football. That is football that back in the English days, how they used to play, that is that kind of football. Our football, you saw a little thing last night that I was telling somebody. You didn't see no smile on them footballers' face. You know the game against St. Kitts. You know, you see a little smile. The boy pull one over a man's head and all kind of thing. I say, hey, look at how the Garcia boy was having fun and he was smiling. All before it looked like a boot camp. They playing on
So what was different? What was different in that St. Kitts game then?
Honestly speaking, when I watched St. Kitts play, I don't know if that is the team that they wanted or that is the second team. That team played at 35 miles per hour whole game. Yeah. You know what I'm telling you? Me, I cannot play that game the last one against St. Kitts.
Probably because they qualified already.
Exactly. Yeah, so they're going pressure on you. All right. Sarah, the red man who was playing in England, when it comes to him, you want to hold it, stop it, and move it around. Is the most amount of touch I ever see this guy, Kalim Highland. Is the most amount of touch I see in a football match. Because nobody tracking him, nobody running him down. He just going and having fun, just doing his thing. You know, they just drop shoulders and say, oh, we already qualified and Trinidad can do what they want. But what I saw, what I like the Levi Garcia boy, he had to continue doing that. His brother, he had to do that also. And we need a nice striker on top there where Market and them could come and play off going forward.
Ronla, good to have you. We don't know what will transpire over the next few weeks, but what has been very, very clear today is that the Professor Ron Laforet is willing, ready, and able to take on the job as the national football coach of this country. Thank you very much for dropping by, sir. Taking a break, we're coming right back, guys.
The situation we have here is that these characters, and I refer to them as pests, right? What they are doing is destroying our country, but not on my watch. No street, no turf, no block shall belong to these cockroaches, right? It's no longer business as usual. Happy hour is over. If they don't fear God, at least they will fear Terminix.
Have you considered how your methods can impact on pests across the country?
I find we look after the rights of pests as opposed to the rights of the 1.3 million law-abiding citizens in Trinidad and Tobago. I wonder if Roach Ladden's son come here for the carnival if you'll interview him, eh?
But how can you defend one shot, one kill?
What? You want me to throw a pillow at him?
I didn't say that.
No, well, if a roach jumps in front of you now, what will you do?
Run.
Oh, Jesus, Lord Father.
Pests bothering you? Call Terminix at 672-5007 or 672-0042 or visit our website at terminix.co.tt for a free quote and consultation. Join our fight against pests.
Get in the game with Ascension. Quality for champions. Ascension! Ascension! Premium quality and style make you stand out all the time. Ascension is quality for champions. Ascension fit is always right. Take your game to higher heights. Ascension got the quality for champions. Now everybody say, oh, we wearing Ascension when we play. Don't run out on the feeling style. What's the brand that we want? Ascension! 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 We wearing what we wearing is Ascension. Quality for a champion. Ascension. We wearing what we wearing is Ascension. Quality for a champion. Ascension. We wearing what we wearing is Ascension. Get in the game with Ascension. Quality for champions.
Amante Del Cafe is located at Magnificent Mall, number 271 Southern Main Road, McBean, Couva. Amante Del Cafe. Happiness begins with brew. Lasso Frame Maritime Limited, the best in marina services. At our facilities, security checks ensures that all vehicles are secured. Our newly renovated bathrooms are always kept in a clean working order. Need repairs and maintenance? We have you covered. Our qualified workmen will get the job done. Boat storages. From our marina, you can easily push off for a family sailing trip. Or out fishing with the boys. Or a fun DDI experience with friends. Boat repairs, secured parking, extensive camera system, boat charters, boat rentals, down the island parties. Contact us at 1-868-634-1653. Lasso Frame Maritime Limited, the best in marina services. Life's better on a boat.
We're back and switching focus a bit. As you know, we have recently had the president of the Secondary Schools Football League, Marie Gonzalez, here with us. And secondary schools football is such an important part of how we develop players and how players move from one level to the next. So we wanted to continue focusing on secondary schools football, and we have a new vice president, one that will sit and work with Marie Gonzalez. His name is S.A.L. Sicharan, and he's here with us today. S.A.L., welcome.
Thank you, thank you.
First of all, I said you are been involved in administration. You're the South Zone.
I'm the South Zone chairman for the last 6 years,
Right.
since 2015.
Right.
So in my fourth term as the chairman.
As the chairman. So you're not new to this thing.
No.
But as the vice president, as I said, having Mr. Gonzalez back, tell people a little bit about yourself first of all, and who is S.L. Sicharan?
Well, firstly, I am heavily involved in sport. I'm not just only involved in football. I am currently the commissioner, the coach in the coaching aspect of the Trinidad and Tobago Volleyball Federation. I was a past national volleyball player as well.
That's where the height come from.
Yeah. And I played, and I do coach too. I did coach for many years with the national teams at the senior men, women, and at the junior levels. But my passion has always still been football, because I played football in the secondary schools league when I went to school at Faizabad Secondary, and not just only football or volleyball, but sport in general. Played cricket, played basketball. So my passion basically is sport. The reason why I'm here today, and of course in support of our president, Mr. Gonzalez, is solely because sport brought me here. It put me on at a point where I was able to gain a scholarship, studied Cuba for 5 years, and then returned home and got into teaching, and just in it.
How did you end up on Mr. Gonzalez' slate?
Well, for
He picked you out, he says, hey,
no. Coincidentally, we weren't on the same slate, but Mr. Gonzalez knew personally that I have always been an admirer of his in terms of the way he carried about himself and being a part of a part of secondary school football, even though we were somewhat on different slates.
Oh, so you all on different slates?
Yes, we were.
Right.
But that didn't change the fact that, you know what,
You didn't vote for him, basically.
I did.
You vote for him, even though you're on different slates. All right, go ahead.
But the point I'm just trying to make is that at the end of the day,
same vision.
it's same vision.
Yeah, same
it doesn't
vision.
really matter. It doesn't really matter what slate we were on, you know. So he's at the helm. I am the second man, so to speak. So my support is always to give him that.
I'll ask you the same question I asked him, and I said I know Murray from many years ago. But what do you think you bring to the table here in terms of your leadership style and what?
Well, firstly, I think I definitely bring some youth to the forefront. I mean, I can recall in recent time a young first vice president like myself, but again, I have been around not just football but sport on a whole for multiple years from the ground. Now becoming an administrator as well, and what I could definitely bring is that youthful exuberance and having a better understanding for the youth today, you know, and I think that parallel where, you know, his seniority and my youthful exuberance and excitement for the game and for the love of sport, because I see myself as a servant, you know, for sport and specifically football in the secondary schools league. I think that we at this point so far we have meshed both worlds so far, and things are going quite smoothly.
Yeah. And I think that has to be understated. The youthful exuberance is important. I mean, generally in terms of management, but I think more so in the SSFL. You said you played secondary schools football as well, so you would have you know a working knowledge of what it means to be a player in the league, and now serving as an administrator. So having said that, so what? Having assessed, I'm supposed you have been having time to now assess your role and what exists. What do you think you need to bring to the table to improve?
Well, Mr. Mareri would have mentioned he gave the league a 7.5 rating, and that is clear. I think there's always some room for improvement. I think specifically we need to more or less capture the audience, especially in this time where, you know, we're facing COVID and football is, of course, on a down. I think it's a perfect opportunity for us to really target social media. You know, the Instagram, the Facebook, the TikToks, the Twitters, everything, and get young people excited again, hopefully with a possible season in 2021.
Yeah. So are you going to be piloting that?
Yes, definitely.
The social media aspect of it.
Yes.
Because
yes.
Mr. Marine he don't know what Instagram is.
Yeah.
He probably doesn't
know what Instagram. Don't worry.
You educated him?
I'll educate him for sure.
But I will be joking and laughing about it. But that's where the young people.
Of course, and you all mentioned it just before. They are extremely tech savvy. They know how to use the technology. There are children here who maybe have more followers than you and I combined.
Yeah.
In whatever aspect, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, you know, that type of thing. So it's something that we definitely need to use as well to keep them engaged, to capture them as well.
Isel, I don't know if I jump in the gun, but I mean, have you been able to figure out how to reach them? So what are we in a pandemic?
To be honest, Mr. Murray did also mention that I am a part of that social media committee that we somewhat formed maybe a year and a half ago.
So there's a committee?
Yes.
Yeah,
so
that's good.
So the members of that committee, we would sit down and try to strategize in terms of exactly what we want to do, how we're going about targeting it, you know, that type of thing. Of course, the website is of importance too, because we want to make sure that there is constant content there and readily available, so that anybody with the click of a phone or just typing in SSFL on Google search, it pops up and information is readily available.
Yeah. Television, I think, is also still very important.
Correct.
You last time I recall, I think the secondary school football league would have been shown on Sportsmax.
Correct.
Is that still?
And that's still so. That's still so. So with the hope again with having a
Having a league.
or possibly a truncated season starting in October, it is very likely that those games will be televised with the relationship that we have with digital and sports ones.
Where would you like to see secondary school football go? Right now, as I said, it is what it is. We know it as a league that you follow, you're interested in, past students. Where would you like to now take it? And in 2 years' time, as I said, barring what's happening in the world today, really pandemic, where would you like to see, especially from a younger person, where would you like to?
Well, having the platform or using television, I guess it would be really nice if our football, Trinidad and Tobago football, maybe in the next 2 years, if not 2 years, 4 or 5 years or so, could be shown just like how we see college football in the USA, in the colleges football. So it would be quite nice to see our football transcend, firstly probably in the region. So the Grenadiers, the St. Vincent, or the whole Caribbean English speaking, particularly, able to watch our football and watch our games, and just as much as we are we are following it heavily, maybe we may have maybe have countries within the Caribbean follow the game just like that as well.
I just want to wrap up with you dealing with the developmental issue as well. As I said, you played in you're involved in sports. You played football, you played volleyball. One of the issues I think here in Trinidad and Tobago over the years has been young men, young boys, young girls involved heavily in sport, seeing a proper pathway and saying, okay, so like, I mean, I don't want to compare, but in other countries, in the bigger countries, there's a pathway. You go from youth into this, and you move on, and you say, I can now play professionally. Somehow, locally, the pathway gets
skewed.
Yes, it gets skewed, and players. So Mr. Marie Gonzalez mentioned scholarships, and that's an important aspect for student athletes.
Yes.
But I personally know we have lost quite a few footballers as they go off into scholarships. You never hear about them again. Sometimes you pull one back, but by that time you ain't sure you want to play football. It gets skewed somewhere, and I don't have the answers. But how do you're in charge of a important crop of players that could be the future of Trinidad and Tobago's football? How is that pathway clearly identified? Could you clean up the skewage?
I could try. I could try. Firstly, I do believe, and again, I just want to re-echo the sentiments of Mr. Gonzalez, that secondary schools football has somewhat become the lifeline, where in reality there is not really any other football being played at the youth level. That's the reality. And even there might be a Republic Cup here or there, or even the Pro League here or there. There isn't anything that is as sustainable as there is in secondary school football. So we are in the center, and we do get sometimes the unnecessary lacks unnecessary leaks where that we are part of development. I do believe we are a part of the development, but not in the capacity that we really should be, because the responsibility should solely be, or should generally be, the TTFA, where I think, in my opinion, one of the things we have lost, and I was a part of it growing up, is grassroots football. Particularly with different zones. When I grew up playing football, we started with playing maybe at the under 12, under 14, or it may have changed every other year, under 13, under 15 type football, and then from there we moved on to the Center for Excellence, and then from that elite group within the different zones, then there was a pool that could have been used for national teams at the youth level. And I think, even if my memory served me right, speaking to some of the more senior people around, it had it even at the senior level. So there were satellite zones for like our semi-pro players back in the day. Hence the reason why it used to have like the North-South Classic and all these sort of things within football. So in itself, that would have the pathway moving towards a national team, or even playing at a professional level. Secondary school football, as I say, we are in the limelight and kind of in the center of it all. So yes, we have had many players who would have played and move on professionally. For example, most recently, the Levi brothers, the Jula Garcias, the Levi Garcia, for example, right? And then in the case where we had other instances where, just as you rightfully say, many young men would have gotten scholarships and they disappear, you know? So I would hope that the TTFA sees us as a serious partner, because there is that synergy that needs to be have, right? Where, you know, that we collectively come together and work it out in such a way that secondary school football doesn't necessarily, as I mentioned, be seen purely for development, but we are still able to showcase that talent and manage both of them in such a way that everybody is somewhat happy. You know?
SL Sichuan.
Correct.
Congratulations, my brother.
Thank you.
I'm looking forward to the new partnership, yourself and Mr. Gonzalez, taking secondary school football to the next level, because I think that's what your main ambition should be going forward, taking it to the next level.
Is my only ambition, as I said, being a part of this administration, bringing that youthfulness and my wanting to serve, because that's what it's all about, serve.
Mr. Sichuan, congratulations, my brother. All the best to you. So secondary schools football, I think you heard from both the current president and vice president that the SSFL is not solely responsible for development. I'm hoping that we can debate that going forward here on the Ascension Football Show as we go along. But I said, hearing that we need to realize that don't put development solely on the SSFL. That's what I think we got out of the discussion this morning. It will play a role, but it's not solely for development, yeah? Taking a break, we're coming back.
Pest control is a pain, but you don't have to go it alone. If you're a business that needs someone who will fix your problems point blank, go with the brand that's tested. Go with Terminix. Born almost a century ago in Memphis, Tennessee, Terminix International's mission has been to spread its innovations across the world through its integrated pest and termite management system, reducing the infestation of pests and vermin. Our Trinidad franchise neutralizes the threat of tropical insects and ensures that companies, from food production to hospitality, protect their investment and get the maximum value from our relationship. And we've been doing it well for over 20 years. Termites and pests are relentless, but they're no match for Terminix. Contact us today for a free consultation and quote, and let's introduce you to convenience. Protect your premises today. Choose a service provider that persists. Talk to Terminix.
Pests bothering you? Call Terminix at 672-5007 or 672-0042 or visit our website at terminix.co.tt for a free quote and consultation. Join our fight against pests.
Get in the game with Ascension. Quality for champions.
Hey, Ascension! Ascension! Premium quality and style make you stand out all the time. Ascension is quality for champions. Ascension fit is always right. Take your game to higher heights. Ascension got the quality for champions. So everybody say, hey, oh, we wearing Ascension when we play. To run out on the field in style. What's the brand that we want? Ascension, Ascension, Ascension. We wearing what we wearing is Ascension. Quality for a champion. Ascension. We wearing what we wearing is Ascension.
Get in the game with Ascension. Quality for champions. Lasso Frame Maritime Limited, the best in marina services. At our facilities, security checks ensures that all vehicles are secured. Our newly renovated bathrooms are always kept in a clean working order. Need repairs and maintenance? We have you covered. Our qualified workmen will get the job done. Boat storages,
our marina, you can easily push off for a family sailing trip. Or out fishing with the boys. Or a fun DDI experience with friends. Boat repairs, secured parking, extensive camera system, boat charters, boat rentals, down the island parties. Contact us at 1-868-634-1653. Lasso Frame Maritime Limited, the best in marina services. Life's better on a boat.
Amante Del Cafe is located at Magnificent Mall, number 271 Southern Main Road, McBean, Couva. Amante Del Cafe. Happiness begins with brew.
No football playing, but we continue to look at our players to watch.
Thanks, Joel. Today we'll be doing ball control. Running with the ball, stopping it by the cone, helping you to get a low center of gravity. Go, knees bent, squatting, turning, running without the ball. What you do, you can run it through first, right? So you just running, go down low, come here, right? Same thing in all. Go down low, come here, same thing, right? And you strike back, right? Just a nice little strike back. Without the ball, you do two without the ball, and then you do two with the ball, right? Let's go. Go. Good. Nice. Concentrate on your turn. Good. You miss out. Yeah, this one. Yeah. So you're going here, you're going here, turn, here, turn, here, turn, here, turn, here, turn. Alright. Good. There you go. Yeah, go. Alright, turn. Yeah, the turn is most important. Good. Good, pivot. Good. Nice. So when you go with the ball, you do one more. So when you go with the ball, you're concentrating on the turns, right? So you make sure you bend, you focus, so you got everything in it. Yeah? Let's go. Go. Good. Increase the speed time you're going. Good. Alright, good. That works, yeah? Good, well done. Yeah. Right, so you're doing it with the ball now, right? Yeah, go. Cut. Good. Outside. Good. Cut. Good. Well done. Cut. Good. Around. Cut. Good. And straight down. Good. Alright, and one more. Take your time, man. Catch your breath. When you're ready, you just say. Right? Good, good. Go. Cut. Good. Outside. Good. Cut. Good. Well done. Cut. Good. Cut. Good. 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 Good form. Well done, Frank. Well done. Good. 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 Well done. Ball coming from the air. First thing you have to do is glimpse, look over your shoulders to see how far the defender's at before you control the ball. When you throw the ball, look over your shoulder, glance, so you know where the ball coming. So you come like if somebody, you're playing forward and somebody chip it through you, look over your shoulder, right? So you know where it is, right? Eye first. But when it come down to, when it coming down, right? Good. So you realize how I take it with the backspin, right? This exercise that you can do home by yourself, yeah, as an attacker, right? So you just throw up the ball, look over, glance, and finish, right? Yeah, very good. In the middle, good, yeah. Throw it up, you glance, right, up, and finish. Strike the ball. You're using these as markers. Because there's a defender behind you. If you turn here and you turn and you're running into traffic, right? So using the, push it around both feet. So this is the defender marking you here. So you create room for yourself right here. So all here, finish. And go. Good. Good touch, good. You can do one each on both feet. And go. Woo, far, finish. Yeah, all right, let you go fast. Good. Let you go fast. Let's go. Concentrate, look, good. Well done, finish. Well done, good. Need a better touch, Joe, yeah? A better touch on your left foot. Both sides, concentrate. Good. Keep it a better touch. Man, tackling me as well. Go. Yeah, good touch and finish. Good. And one more good one like that on your right foot. Right? Go. Good glimpse. Good touch. Finish. Well done. Good. Back to you, Joel.
All right, that's going to do it for another Ascension football show, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I really hope, I think for all football fans concerned, that we see a change in direction, especially when it comes to what's happening on the field of play. If Ron Lafferty is the man, let's back and support Ron Lafferty, whoever is the coach. But we need a new direction. I think that will underline everything, despite whatever views you have. Football needs a new direction here in TNT. I'm Joel Villafana. We'll see you back here on the Ascension Football Show every single weekend.